Hi friends, I'm so glad to talk to you again. Today I'm going to show you 11 brilliant Instant Pot tips that you may not know yet. I use these all the time in my own kitchen when I am pressure cooking. And the reason I'm making this video is to celebrate the launch of my new Best Instant Pot Recipes ebook. This interactive recipe collection is suitable for both Instant Pot beginners as well as experienced pressure cookers. It features all of the best and most popular Instant Pot recipes from my blog Leelalicious, as well as completely new recipes that you will love as well. And included with every single recipe is a detailed video tutorial guiding you through the entire cooking process. And just like you're used to from my other recipes, this ebook features mostly minimally processed whole food ingredients, and all of the recipes are gluten and dairy free or include some easy adaptations. Best Instant Pot Recipes is in an ebook format that you can easily download on your preferred devices, whatever is most convenient for you to have in the kitchen, your laptop, your phone, or tablet. So get your copy today using the link in the description below to get instant access to thoroughly tested, delicious Instant Pot recipes at your fingertips. And now on to the Instant Pot tips and tricks. First up, if you have ever struggled to close the lid on the first try, here is a tip that you will love. There are little arrows marked on both the pot as well as the lid, and when you line those up, it closes magically right on the first try. The next one is a safety tip that I have learned the hard way. When you're done pressure cooking, you have released the pressure, now you're turning your lid to open it. Always open the lid away from you, so that the steam can escape this way instead of towards you, where it may cause burns and injuries. Next up, you never again have to wonder what to do with the lid once you're done cooking. Just lift it up and see this? It fits perfectly in there. Now the hot lid is out of the way, you can stir whatever you need to do, and you also don't get a ring of condensation on your counter. Have you ever wondered about the little plastic contraption on the back side of your pressure cooker? This is a condensation collector. During the pressure cooking process, during pressure release, or while you have the lid propped up like this on the side, liquids will collect on the rim of the pressure cooker and then eventually run down into the condensation collector. Be sure to check on the condensation collector regularly. Empty out any liquids that collect in there, clean it, and then replace it. If you've ever felt like certain smells linger in your Instant Pot forever, no matter the amount of cleaning and scrubbing, here's the best way I have found to vent out any lingering odors. When you're done pressure cooking, everything is clean and dry. Store the pressure cooker with the lid this way, upside down. This way, any odors that may be stuck in the silicone sealing ring have a chance to air out while your Instant Pot is in storage. The Instant Pot is perfect for cooking larger quantities that you can eat for several days, but then the question is how to store these leftovers. And unless you need to cook something else right away, the inner liner makes a perfect storage container. Just replace the big pressure cooker lid with a perfectly fitting smaller Instant Pot glass lid. You don't have to get the Instant Pot specific glass lid. Any other pot lid that fits works as well. Or if you can't find any fitting lid, just use a big plate. Voila, there you go, ready for the fridge. When it comes to reheating those leftovers, of course you can take this inner liner, return it to the pressure cooker, and then use the sauté function to gently add heat to your leftovers again. Then there are certain scenarios where you either don't want or can't use the pressure cooker for reheating leftovers. In that case, I love that the inner liner is designed with a thick, heavy bottom that is also suitable for the stovetop. Just place the stainless steel inner liner on your stove, gently reheat your leftovers. Just be careful not to burn your hands. The outsides get really hot, there's no handle, so be sure to use oven mitts or silicone gloves when handling the warm pot. Now that the leftovers are all used up, it is time to clean the inner liner. And then you may notice that despite your best efforts of cleaning the pot, you may have even run it through the dishwasher, but somehow it's not as shiny as it once was. It's not actually dirt or any leftover food, it's just stained. And while you certainly don't have to do that after every single use, but when you want to give the pot its brand new shininess again, I have found that Barkeeper's Friend or baking soda with a non-abrasive scrubber are the best at giving it back its shine. Now, did you know that you can pressure cook more than one thing at a time? There's two different ways of 2-in-1 pressure cooking. The first is using a trivet or a steaming basket that you can put on top of whatever you're cooking in the bottom. Say you're going to cook some rice. At the same time, with minimal extra effort, you can cook something else on top. Just add a trivet or the steaming basket over the rice, and then you can add some eggs or potatoes or some other vegetables to steam at the exact same time. When the timer for the rice is up, you just open the pot, remove the first layer, either the eggs, put them in an ice bath, take off the potatoes or the steamed vegetables, and then you can fluff up your rice and you have two things ready for your meal. Now, for smaller items like grains that you want to cook at the same time as some soup or stew at the bottom, you can use the pot and pot method. For that, I recommend using an oven-safe glass or ceramic bowl or a stainless steel container like this cake pan. And then you just prepare your base layer, add a trivet on top, and then add a second pot on top of the trivet. In this case, I'm cooking some quinoa at the same time as the butternut squash stew. Just be careful when the cooking time is up with removing the inner liner. Again, some tongs or silicone gloves are the safest way to handle this. I love that the pressure cooker has a sauté function. It comes in so handy so many times. But did you know it actually comes in 3 different heat levels? After using the sauté button, use the adjust button to select between less, normal, and more for low, medium, and high heat. And then choose the appropriate setting for what you're making. When you're searing meat before pressure cooking and you want it to be nicely caramelized and brown, you definitely want to use high heat. But if you want to gently reheat some leftovers, then less is your best bet. And last but not least is my tip about the yogurt function. Within the yogurt function, there's the incubation setting, which is of course perfect for culturing your own homemade yogurt. But that is not the only way I use the incubation setting. It is good for so many other things. First up, when I'm making a yeasted dough and I want it to rise faster and I just cut down on prep time, I put it in the Instant Pot on the incubation setting, and I find that doughs rise in like half the time, sometimes only a third of the time, and things get done so much faster. If you're like me and like to sprout your beans and lentils before cooking them, this incubation setting is also perfect for that. Add the soaked beans to a steaming basket inside the pressure cooker on the incubation setting, and sometimes it only takes a few hours and you will already be able to see some sprouts starting to grow. For food safety reasons, I only do this with beans and lentils that I'm going to cook after sprouting. I do not recommend this for fresh sprouts that you have on sandwiches, just in case of mold or spore growth. But if you're an avid gardener, you can use this incubation function to start your seeds that you're going to plant in the garden. Sprinkle your gardening seeds on a moistened paper towel, on a plate, on a trivet, inside the pressure cooker on the incubation function. And it works in a similar way as a heating mat that gardeners like to use to start their seeds. Now go on ahead and apply these tips and tricks when you make the recipes from my new Best Instant Pot Recipes ebook. If you would like to support me to make more delicious content for this channel, then get your copy below. All the information and links are in the description below. I would also love if you let me know which of these is your favorite hack, maybe one I didn't show, or which one you just can't wait to try out. Also, don't hesitate at all. If you have any questions, I will do my best to answer. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I look forward to seeing you soon with another video. Bye for now.